Evening everybody. Just popped out down the road for a bit of a poke around again tonight. Been getting texts from the local property owner across the day and actually yesterday complaining about a particular fallow deer trying to get into his apple trees. So I figured I might pop out tonight. To be fair, it's been pissing down all day, heavy storms, lightning, thunder, full works. So to be honest, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get out tonight, but looks like the weather's cleared. There's some heavy clouds that I drove through to get here, but this joint looks like it's escaped relatively unscathed. So yeah, I figured pop out, have a look around, see if I can poke a hole in him. Not my luck though, law of averages, Murphy's law, he's probably pissed off already. But you never know your luck, I suppose. And it beats sitting at home in front of the PC reading AHN stories in the politics section. Fucking that's like listening to paint dry. Ridiculous, some of that shit. Anyway, I figured I'd pop out, have a look around. Yeah, bought the 22 Hornet for those following along at home. Last time I brought that out for a bit of a shoot. Had a couple of very simple shots that got missed quite easily, so I took that out and put it on paper during the week to make sure it was shooting straight. It wasn't shooting straight, it is now shooting straight. I've tested that a couple of times, pulled it off, put it back on 3 or 4 times, same spot, it's printing in the same spot. So in theory, tonight, nut behind the bolt should be the only reason that something will go wrong, and touch wood, it won't be happening tonight. So yeah, I'll get kitted up and start heading up the hill to where this deer seems to be lurking, and we'll see what's getting around. I'll check back in a bit. Cheers. Oh, that fixed him. He's only about 30 yards, so I don't think I was going to miss him. His mate's pissed off. Let's go and have a look. Alright, so that would have to be one of the shortest diesel stalking hunts I think I've ever done. I'll have to blur out his head because she's a bit graphic. Anyway, I ducked out of the car when I last checked in. I would have walked about 10 metres maybe, and spotted something in the grass. Like, the grass around here is long, you can sort of see that it's probably a bit above my waist height, so saw a head in the grass poking its nose around and doing some stuff that looked a bit shifty. Had a bit of a look through the binocular and then through the scope, and turned out it was the top of a kangaroo. I thought it might have been an actual fox nibbling on a bit of dead animal, but it was a kangaroo. So diverted my attention for a little bit and then continued walking up the road a bit more, and I probably took about 3 more metres, I think, if that, and spotted the two you saw through the scope. So it looks like Mum and a snack pack. This is probably a year old, had a guess, maybe a bit more. Had to wait for a clear shot to make sure I wasn't going to punch one and the other. If I'd had more than a 22 Hornet, like shit, 257 Weatherby, I probably could have punched through both of them through the chest. I've done that before, 2 for 1. Admittedly, I think that was with the Barnes 100 grain TSX, so I'm loading 100 grain BT in it at the moment. Probably might not have done so well, probably would have blown up on, well, not blown up on the shoulder, but would have punched through and done a fair amount of damage. So for the small box stuff that I'm doing at the moment around here, 22 Hornet, when it's shooting straight and the nut behind the bolt is doing the job, it does the job well. But again, it couldn't have been more than 35-40 metres, if that. Like, seriously. So yeah, from getting geared up and checking out and then coming back on target, apart from the 2 minutes I sat there and waited for one of them to, the nicer one I think, the snack pack, to separate from Mum. Yeah, that would have been a whole, shit, maybe 5-10 minutes. Probably, yeah, 5-10 minutes, give or take. Anyway, yeah, I have a big esky. It's 100 litre in the back of the truck. This one, yeah, I'll gut him out and throw him whole into the ute, and then I'll hit up a mate for a bit of skinning and bandsawing over the weekend. Old crazy mate. So yeah, I'll get cracking into this. It's only, shit, 10 past 8, and I got here at about, I'd like to say about 20 to 8, between 7:30 20 to 8, so pretty quick turnaround. So there's still plenty of the night left. I'll gut this one out, chuck him in the esky. I'll get some ice when I get home, on the way home, and then I might poke around and see if I can see a fox or two, just for shits and giggles while I'm out here. Like I said, it's either this, reading the politics section on AHN, which is a shit read at the best of times, too much bickering and bitching. They all love it, but hey. Or footy, NRL, Panthers and Para. Shooting fucking through the legs. Alright, welcome back. That was a little bit exciting. So this would be the first cat I've shot in I don't know how long. Property owner has had trouble with feral cats before, beating up on his own cats indoors. Well, sorry, indoor cats mainly, but they get out and about. But never have I ever actually been here in time to smack one around a little bit and give it a bit back. Yeah, just finished packing that snack pack into the back of the truck and actually driven the car up to towards the house, so it's sort of out of line of sight for everything else that I would normally shoot, other shooting lanes. And yeah, stupid thing was oblivious to my sneaking out of the car and getting ready and looking around the joint, and yeah, actually wandered down towards me a bit. I had to reposition to get a decent shot on him, but yeah, just sat there, waited while I sent a text to the property owner. Do you have any cats? Not outside was the response. Everything outside is a fair target. So yeah, put one in between his chest, which he's a bit soupy on the inside, but strangely enough, he actually managed to get, oh shit, maybe 3 or 4 metres off the side of the road. He's a fair old lump of a thing. Don't exactly know how big he is, but he's got a fair chunky head on him. Yeah, classic tomcat. that is no more. So native animals, big tick right there. They're probably worse than foxes in Australia for killing native animals, birds and shit like that. So yeah, I do like cats indoors. I have owned cats before myself, but once they get out and turn into feral buggers and kill everything, that's just not good. So he belongs to no one, no collar, fair game. Anyway, I'll continue on and see what else we can get. This is turning into a pretty good night. Alright, well, that will about do me for this evening. Pretty eventful evening to start with. First hour there was pretty good, fallow and a ditch tiger. As I said, I haven't seen one here before. They've been around, obviously. Farmers' cats have been beaten up, one got killed, but I've never been here. Had a good time when they've been around. So anyway, good to get one under the belt. It's been a long time since I've shot one of those, and I'm pretty sure the natives around here will be muchly appreciative of that one being out of the way. Didn't see any foxes. Saw plenty of rabbits. Did not bring the air rifle with, and where the rabbits were around the house, it's probably not a great place to be shooting the Hornet. So next time I'll bring the air rifle out, and I'll probably see deer and God knows what else. But anyway, it is what it is. You take the good with the bad. The good at the moment is that snack pack in the boot. So yeah, I'll grab some ice on the way home. Might have a sneaky gin and tonic or gin and something. Ironically, I have some Black Rabbit gin sitting there waiting to go, so I'll get stuck into one of those, have a bit of a rest, and see how we go. Anyway, if you're liking these, comment, like, subscribe. Every little bit helps. Helps the channel, helps me make sure that I'm heading in the right direction. I mean, I'm out here doing it, happy to record it and put it together, but it's always good when you're getting feedback on where you're heading, or good direction, good, bad or otherwise. Anyway, I'll stop rambling, head home. I haven't checked the footy score. With a bit of luck, Penrith have won, and my footy tipping will be off to a good start. Otherwise it could be a shit week like the last 2 weeks. Anyway, Uda out. Catch you next time. Cheers.